All right, on number 8, looking for a pool, gonna fill it with water, gonna have a deck. So let's do the water first. This is just a prism. The base is a little weird. The base looks like this, but it's still a prism, so it's just area of the base times height. I'm gonna cut the base into 2 shapes. You don't necessarily have to. You can do a trapezoid, but I don't want to do a trapezoid. You can do a trapezoid if you want to. So this is 5, this is 10, because the whole thing is 15. And I've got a slanted height here of 26. So I've got 26, I've got 10. This is a 5, 13, 12 triangle, so 24 will be over here. Well, really you didn't need that because you could just take this bad boy and move it down. But I just like to show off sometimes. Anyway, I've got a rectangle that's going to be 24 times 5. That's the area of that rectangle. I've got a triangle that's going to be 24 times 10 over 2, so just 12 times 10. This is the area of my base, all right? Area of the rectangle plus the triangle. This is my base, and I just need to multiply this by the height. The height of my prism is 10, back down here. So the area of the base is 240 right here. The area of the height, or the height rather, of my prism is 10. So this is 240 times 10, 2,400 cubic feet of water. That's my volume. Now, the volume of the cement I need, you're going to have another prism. If I look from the top, this is going to be my top view. I've got this pool. All right, it's 24 by 10. And I'm going to have a walkway around it that's 5 feet on each side. So instead of 24, it'll be 34 because we have 5 on each side. And instead of 10, it'll be 20 because, again, we have 5 on each side. It's going to be a thickness of 5. So if you think about it, you've got a prism again. All I need is the area of the base. It doesn't matter that this is a weird shape. It's just base times height will give us the volume for that prism. So the area of the base is going to be the big rectangle minus the smaller one in the middle. So I'll have 34 times 20. This is my big rectangle. I'm going to take away the area that my pool will take up. So 24 times 10. And then I'm going to multiply it by 5 over 12. What am I doing with that 5 over 12? Well, this is 5 inches thick, and I want everything to be in cubic feet. So my height in feet is 5 over 12. The area of my base is right here. You're going to punch that out. You'll get 183.333. Because we are fancy pre-AP students, we're going to transfer that into 183 1/3 feet cubed. All right, number 9. Number 9, do not quit on number 9. It is not that bad. Do not quit. You will be okay. Really, the only thing that's going to be a challenge, hexahedron, this means cube. This is what they did to try to fool you. Hexahedron, 6-sided figure. For this particular situation, it has to be a cube for the cylinder to fit perfectly in it. Well, mainly for us to be able to solve the problem. It's got to be a cube. Anyway, let's get to it. So our hexahedron, or cube, will have a diameter of 4 feet. Gotta go get my calculator for this one because it's going to get a little dirty. But the hexahedron is going to have the same volume as the sphere. And then I'm going to take a cylinder and put that cylinder in the cube. The first thing I need some dimensions on my cube. So I'm going to take the sphere. The volume of that sphere is going to be 4/3 pi r cubed. R is going to be 2. And I'm going to go straight to decimal form because it's just going to get real bad. So 4 over 3, and I've got pi times 8. This is going to give me a volume of the sphere and the cube of 33.5. So this is the volume of the sphere and the cube. I know that the volume of a cube is equal to the side cubed. Now I'm going to show you how I pull this. This is the volume. I'm going to raise it to the 1/3. And that'll give me one side. You can also, let me get it back. Take that number, just press the math button here, and you can do the cubic root of that answer. Oh, gross. You can do the cubic root of that answer, and you'll get the same number. So anyway, volume of a cube is equal to the side cubed. So one side of this cube is equal to 3.22 blah, blah, blah. So I'm thinking about now, I've got this cube, and inside this cube is a cylinder. So there's my cylinder. It's inside the cube. Now, the radius of this cylinder is going to be half of the side length. The height is going to be all of the side length. So when I go for the volume of the cylinder, pi r squared, take that number divided by 2, this will be pi 1.61 doo squared, and then I'm going to multiply it by 2r or 3.22, however you want to do it. So I'll take that and I'm going to punch it out. And this is how I'm going to put it in my calculator. Let me show you guys how I'm going to put this in my calculator. I've stored it as x. I'm just going to go pi x squared times 2x. Why not? And you will get the answer, which is going to be 26.3 rather, cubic feet. This one, little bit crazy. But one step at a time. The biggest thing, hexahedron means cube. Onward. Number 10. You've got the scale factor. Remember, the scale factor deals with the sides and perimeter, that kind of ratio. We're going to change it when we need to get our area ratio, and we're going to change it one more time when we need to get our volume ratio. If we have a scale factor that's 1 to 4, our area ratio will be 1 to 16, squaring both, and our volume ratio will be 1 to 64. This is going to be equal to 62 over x, because again, we know A, looking for B. B is going to be the larger one. Oh, my bad. This one's given. We are looking for 62 over x, and we are looking for 30 over x. You cross multiply, and you'll get, on this very first one, let me go back, check my numbers from the first time. X is equal to 992 centimeters squared. And this one, x is equal to 1920 centimeters cubed. It could not be easier than that. Cross multiply, solve. Number 2, they give you your side ratio is 1 to 3. Your area ratio is going to be 1 to 9. Your volume ratio is going to be 1 to 27. This one's given. This is equal to 112 pi over an unknown number. This one's equal to 160 pi over an unknown number. And when you cross multiply on this one, you'll get x is equal to 1008 pi. It's going to be meters squared. And my last one is going to be 4320 pi. And this will be meters cubed. So just make sure when you're transferring between the ratios that you get the one that you want. Our last one, 2 to 5 for our sides, it's given. 4 to 25, make sure you square both numbers. 8 to 125, make sure you cube both numbers. And this one, you will have to cross multiply a little bit. It's not bad. You're just cross multiplying, and I'll get 288 pi over x. When you cross multiply and solve on this one, we'll get the 900 pi, and this will be yards squared. Running out of paper. And on this one, I'll get 4,500 pi. This will be yards cubed. And that's how we attack those problems.